find out what that world skills ranking numbers are and find out how that compares. So Aaron, can one of your guys research that for us and figure out what is the highest skill score in the world? And did we just witness something that's right up there with the rest of them?
Yes, we will.
Yeah, I'm going to come over here. Once they start asking for us for inspection, that's when they...
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, the last group of the day here that's joining us is team number 5430A, the Blue Brains. These guys are joining us from Parkway West High School, Chesterfield, Missouri. And we had one of their teams join us before. They were in a basement. This looks like a different basement. All right. Well, let's get to meet the team really quick here. So my name's Andrew Dowlin, and the other voice you're going to hear is...
Chad Swisher.
Chad. Go ahead. I'm sorry. This is that weird thing. So you've got the control.
My name's Levi. I'm the team lead here. Yeah.
Fantastic. Good to meet you, Levi.
Nice to meet you. Who's next?
Hi, I'm Rick. I'm one of the drivers of the team. Hi.
I'm David. I work as a mechanic and a general assistant.
Hi, I'm Joseph. I'm the other driver.
I'm Anishka. I do notebook and mechanic stuff.
I'm Isaac, and I'm a coder.
I'm Jack. I'm working remotely. I do research and development. I'm a mechanic.
All right, Jack. Good to meet you guys all. Is that the entire team then?
We have one other person who might be trying to get in, but
David, you want to go ahead and stop these?
I'm not entirely sure.
Okay. So, Aaron, can we get a flash of Jack's screen really quick? Because he's on the team, but he's joining them from a different location. So we'll just have bring you up in the live stream real quick so you can wave to mom and dad. Hi, Jack.
Hi.
All right. So back to the basement here of the Blue Brains. What are you guys going to be running first? I'm sorry, we have to do your inspection first. I get carried away here. So do you have a sizing tool? You're ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any way we can bring your robot closer to the camera while we do the inspection?
Yeah, I'll just put motors on. Just one sec.
Okay. They're getting it dialed in there.
Levi, do you want to bring this one over?
No, we don't need to. We can use that one. We can just...
We'll just hold the robot up.
All right, we have one more of the Blue Brains that just joined us remotely. They came in on the live stream, and their name shows up as is it Kunal or
It's not Kunal.
Kunal? Okay, fantastic. So Kunal has joined us on the live stream. He's also a member of the 5430A Blue Brains team from Chesterfield, Missouri. And they're just swapping something out here, getting ready for inspection. So these guys are our last team to compete in our VEX Minnesota December Remote Skills Only Live schedule. So let's take a look at the rankings and see what's been done so far. So as you guys can see here, the team that dominated our competition so far is 2381C. That's Colonel Bai out of Canada. And they put up a total score of 247 points. I was curious if some of the folks could help us out and find out that's where that sits in the world standings. And there's the world ranking so far. So 274, and I can't quite read the numbers that are there. That wasn't 274.
250 is the highest right now.
250 is the highest. And I think that would be a perfect score in programming and a perfect score in driver, wouldn't it? So either way, we just witnessed a dang near perfect, one of the highest skills score possible by a team from Canada, and they've got a lot to be proud of, and all the teams have lots to be proud of that have joined us today.
That's what I said. We have a portable camera right over here. Okay, wanna bring the camera over? Set it down, set it down.
Can we use this one?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Do we want, wait, I just move your head. Is this, and okay, is this close enough for you guys, or do you want closer?
It's really not.
If it's possible to get a little bit closer, that would be great. And if it's a big hassle, we can deal with it.
It's fine, we,
Um,
go ahead and put that one closer.
okay.
All right. And again, you guys are on the clock here. So, of the half-hour session that we're allotting teams today, you've consumed a good 8 minutes already. So we do need to kind of expedite the process here. All right. So here comes your inspection tool. If that camera can stabilize, I'm getting dizzy.
Let me try this. Okay.
Okay. Looks good in that direction. Let's go the other way, please.
Yeah.
All right. It just kissed the top of that. Okay. I am happy. Now show me all 6 sides of the robot.
No, don't move the camera.
Leave your camera right there.
Oops.
All right. What is your total motor count?
8.
Fantastic. And no pneumatics, so
No.
life is good. Okay, let's go ahead and get you guys set up for your very first. Are you going to do driver or programming skills? Okay, let's see it. Let's get our camera reset so we can see the entire field. Oh, you guys are quick. I love it. So are you guys going to have a white Christmas down there in Missouri?
Hopefully, but right now it's not 100% looking like it.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
All right, my controllers over here.
All right, team number 5430A, the Blue Brains from Chesterfield, Missouri.
Say,
They're
Andrew.
about to complete their very first
Say, Andrews.
programming skills. Is
Are
that
we,
right?
are we set up on the field? Our markings on our field don't match our zones. Is that okay?
I noticed that too, that we're looking at a different camera angle, and I think it's going to be okay.
Okay.
Is that good?
Doesn't the robot
You know,
have to
in a lot of
start?
the other feeds, we're looking at the audience view. So for future competitions, we're not going to worry about it now, but for future competitions, you're going to want to rotate that field 90 degrees, or the camera 90 degrees.
Say,
Okay,
say
are we-
Andrew? What I'm saying is that we have the player zones marked. You know, the borders on the edge. Isn't
Yeah,
the
we-
robot supposed to be inside that border?
Today. Yeah, I put the tape on today. We put it on wrong.
The tape's supposed to be 90 degrees. Yeah.
We'll fix
Okay.
that for future competitions.
So hang on a second, guys. One
Okay,
of
it's good. I understand. Your field is set up correctly. It's just taped incorrectly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
same thing
supposed
for-
to be the red home zone. That's the blue home zone. We just,
We taped it wrong.
yeah.
Okay.
The tape's in the wrong orientation. The balls are all right.
It shouldn't
Okay.
affect play in this game anyways, but it's just good to check. Okay.
Yeah, and I had the same concerns too because of the legal starting positions, but no audience that's watching this that the tape lines are not correct, and that this has been verified as a correct setup for the beginning of the match. So should we get going?
Sure.
And you guys are running programming skills, right?
Yes, we are.
Okay, let's do this. Here, you give me a thumbs up. You are ready? Okay, here comes your countdown. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's stop that one.
You want to stop? Make an X if you want to stop. Okay, thank you. All right, so they've stopped early, and just leave it as is. Leave it as is, gentlemen. Hey, we do have to score it. I know that it really nothing really changed. It's a goose egg. It's a score of 0.
Score
That
of
is
0, yep.
confirmed with our staff. So there you go. That score is submitted. Now reset the field. Thank you. And I hope it goes better next time. Are you going to run another programming skills then?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Yeah, see, it can be something as simple as just a little bit off on that starting position, which then drives every position from that point is off. And unfortunately, the robot wasn't able to correct itself. It never aligned itself, so you could see it just kind of went through the process, and they just decided to call it. So.
Yep. So that's just the way she goes. And that's a great thing about this is that they do have 3 attempts, and only the highest one matters. So I look forward to seeing what this can actually do in their next couple of attempts.
Yeah, yep, definitely. I mean, like you said, being an inch over might completely change the whole outcome of this. So we'll see on the next one.
And Chad, have you seen where some of the teams will come in with a real precise alignment tool, and they'll gauge everything perfectly so it's fitted against some sort of corner, and it has to be exactly in that spot. Then they remove the gauge and they're ready to play, and they know it's 100% consistent every time.
Yes, they're doing the best they can for their robot. And what's interesting is if you read in the rules, all of the objects have a 1-inch variance of where they have to be placed. So they can be as precise as they want, and that's the best they can do. But there's always some variance in the field, and that is allowed for in the rules because there's no way to be perfect on the field.
Right. All right, well, let's go back to them. I think they're ready for their next programming skills attempt. And if you're just joining us, you're watching team number 5430A, the Blue Brains, coming to us live from Chesterfield, Missouri. So are you guys ready for your second programming attempt?
Yeah.
Okay, here comes your countdown in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, this is looking much better already. They were able to clear the blue balls out of that center goal. That's going to be 27 points right there.
That's it for us.
That's it. All right. They've given us the X. So they've got the 3 blue out of that center goal, and it looks like that's really all that exchanged. That's the only difference between starting and where they finished. So here comes your score, 27 points. Do you agree with this?
Yes, we do.
All right, go ahead and reset the field. Now, I want you guys to be aware of time. We're doing pretty good. It's 3:15, and you have 1 programming skills attempt left and 3 driver. So it's up to you if you want to switch over to driver or keep going with programming.
We'll do our last programming.
Awesome. All right, and hey, Chad, we've seen a 27-point score. This is probably like the 12th time that we've seen a 27-point score in programming.
Yeah, I think they all got together and decided that was going to be the number to be today. Because I think it's kind of going with, like we talked about, where that's the highest achievable points to get in the fastest amount of time is to go for that center goal.
Right. Yeah, it makes sense. Go for it. So we're seeing that strategy play out, and I'm curious to see if they can get a few more, because it did look like after they did the center goal, they did go toward the back corner goal, and they had a bit more business that they could do.
Oh, cool.
All right. So I just noticed their team members are sighting that up. They're trying to get that robot aligned perfectly in the correct starting position, because that makes a huge difference in where it ends up on the field. All right. So they've got it. Can we get a thumbs up for your last programming attempt? Here comes your countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Nicely aligned with that center goal. Oh, it didn't quite do its business. All right, that's an X, and this last programming skills attempt that we saw here, a goose egg as far as points, but that's all right. So that's their third and last programming skills attempt. Please reset the field, and we'll get ready to see what these guys can do in driver control.
Can we take
All
about
right.
and a half to swap our motors out to make sure that they're full?
So this is where we get to see what their driving skills are like. This is really proof in how much time they've been spending. We've talked about this in driving the course. We're early in the year, but we've already seen some pretty high scores. We'll be curious to see where we end at the end of the day here.
Yeah, and I'm curious to hear from the Blue Brains. I know that the other team in Missouri, this event was their first competition of the season. Is that true for the Blue Brains too?
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, very cool. We're happy that you could join us today. And like Chad said, we're anxious to see how well your driving skills have been tweaked in.
So from that aspect, being their first tournament of the year, that's a very high score to start out with. I mean, they're still doing quite well as far as they haven't had the chance to compete over and over again. They've only gotten to practice. So we've seen some pretty good scores for teams that haven't had a lot of competition yet this year.
Absolutely. Yep. So it'll be interesting, see what happens here. And coming up pretty soon, we're going to find out who won the different judged awards, because that's still coming. In parallel with this competition today, the stuff that we're live streaming, the teams all went through a through a judge interview where they had to sit down. The judges reviewed their engineering notebooks. They talked to them about their robot designs, and they've got a whole rubric that the judges have gone through to determine, who's going to win the design award and who's going to win the excellence award. And I'm excited to find out who's got those. So I guess that would follow directly after this is done. So about 3:30, we're going to have those judged awards come across and find out who's got them.
Definitely.
Having
some-
Looks like our team members, if we can go back to a shot of the Blue Brains here, they're all huddled around the back of the field there looking at their robot. And they're wrenching on it. They're doing something back there, trying to get it ready for the driving control skills attempt. I thought it interesting, Chad, that earlier one of the team members, it may have been the other team from Missouri, the one guy said he was the mechanic. And that's not a role that I hear a lot of. We're going to hear a lot of like, oh, I'm the programmer, I'm the builder, I'm whatever. But I don't hear a lot of team members saying, I'm the mechanic. And that's such an integral part of this competition, is making sure that everything is dialed in, like all the bolts are tightened, that if you're seeing wear on the components or a shaft collar loosened up or something like that, somebody's watching those things and doing what we would call in the industry, they're doing a PM, a preventative maintenance on the robot to make sure that it's in ship shape and ready to go for the next match.
I know what you mean. I can't count the number of times through the years that I've been in a match where by the end of the tournament we probably could have built a robot off of the pieces that were left on the field. So it's definitely good that somebody's paying attention to that and keeping up to that.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, and we see that same stuff happening with, again, we both have manufacturing backgrounds, and, there's two kinds of maintenance. There's reactive maintenance and there's preventative maintenance. And you don't want to do reactive maintenance because it basically means that something broke, it fell apart, and you got to drop everything you're doing and go fix it. And those things still happen no matter how good you are. There's those catastrophic failures. But that preventative maintenance where you're going in and before things just shatter, you're like, oh, wait a minute, that's not quite right. And you fix it before it becomes a major issue.
Well, I know, like I too have experienced working for a facility that did PMs, only at that facility it was called post-mortem, which meant after the machine died, then you got to work on it.
That's interesting. I hadn't heard that one before. Now,
Yes,
hey, 5430A, the Blue Brains there. This is a time-sensitive deal. So, are you guys ready for your driving attempt?
We are.
Okay, just a heads up. You have 7 minutes remaining with this session with us, so maybe we can get a couple of driving attempts in, but I don't know that we're going to get 3. Okay, so give me a thumbs up ready for your first driving attempt. Okay, driver skills in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, now we're going to watch this thing drive. They've already filled the goal with red balls, and they're working their way around the perimeter pretty efficiently. They're able to capture the red object and just working their way around the field. Yeah, these guys have good stick drive. With 30 seconds left, they've already worked their way halfway around the field. They have right now owned 5 goals, and they're heading toward that center, trying to clear. Look at that. They've done a great job. Just 3 more goals to go in 9 seconds. All right, and these guys have run out of time, and they only had 2 goals left, by which they wanted to put a red ball in the topmost position. That's called owning the goal. They own 7 of the 9 goals in this case, and they were able to dislodge or remove, de-score a whole bunch of the blue balls that were stuck in the goals to begin with. So we're going to do a count around the field here to take a look at this. And it looks like Chad's already got it pulled up, so go ahead. So we're showing, go ahead, Chad.
I believe we have 9 red balls in scoring position, controlling looks like 7 of the scoring stations and 5 blue balls that are still scored.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes.
So I get a score of 91 points.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. Please reset the field. And we got time for one more attempt. 91 points, Chad. That's a good score.
I'm having a little bit of a scoring issue here. I'll have to get back to you, Dolan, in a second.
No worries. No worries. So 91 points. We could take a peek at the overall skills ranking. Let's see how 91 points fares compared to the rest of the teams that have competed today. I know we had some that were in 118, 120 some, but if we could take skills rankings, that would be fantastic. Or, we don't have to. It was just a request, that's all. I was just curious what they were. But if you guys want me to stand up here and just talk about nothing for a while, I can do that too.
We're ready when you are.
All right, they were quick on the draw here. They're ready to go. So we're going to need on the St. Cloud end, where they've got most of the camera equipment.
Yeah, give us 1 second, Dolan. We are having an issue with Tournament Manager right now.
Oh, boy. So Blue Brains, we're having a little problem with Tournament Manager software right now, working to fix that. So Blue Brains, talk to me about Vex Robotics. How long have you guys been in this?
This is the same. We've got the same team 2 years in a row. Some of us have been here for all the years that we've been in high school. Kunal and I have both been on the same team since our freshman year. We're both seniors now. Anushka, Isaac, Joseph, all joined last year. Same thing with David and Rick as well. David and Rick are both juniors. Anushka, Isaac, and Joseph are all freshmen, and then Jack. Sorry.
Wow.
Sophomore. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. And finally, Jack is also a senior, but he joined last year as well.
Awesome. So for the folks that are seniors, do you plan to continue doing something related to robotics as you pursue your if you go down a college pathway or other future career pathways?
I'll start with myself and then I'll pass it off to Jack or Kunal. I plan on majoring in computer science, and I would love to continue to compete on competitive robotics.
All right, we should be ready.
All right. Well, I'm glad to hear that you guys are still sticking with these STEM career paths. I wish you the best of luck in whatever your futures are. And so we are back now. We've got our tournament manager problem fixed, and you guys are afforded one final driver control skills attempt, and that'll be our last of the day. So let's make it a good one. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready.
All right.
Awesome. Good luck to you. And here we go in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, this is Team 5430A, the Blue Brains from Parkway West High School, Chesterfield, Missouri. Last skills attempt of the day. And I like the way they're working around the field. Again, able to remove the blue balls from the goals and then place the red ones on top. Seconds remain.
One right, one right. 10 seconds.
These guys have just a couple seconds left, and they flat ran out of time. All but 2 of the goals are owned right now by red balls. Maybe it's 3. I'm having a hard time seeing that front left goal.
Given that it wasn't our fault that tournament manager messed up, do we have time for another round?
No. We're going to be at 3:30 here.
That center on the far, I can't really tell. What's that red? Is there a red ball alongside of it?
Which tower? This one?
Nope, the far end, other side. Center.
That one.
Oh, center? Wait.
That one.
Yep.
Oh, right.
Yep. I can't tell what is that a red ball on the outside?
This one, and then there's a red off to the side.
So how many are in goal back there?
There's
2?
2 red balls in the goal back here.
Okay. That's what I would get to.
So what is our total red count? 9 scored?
I would say 8. I think 8.
Okay.
Yes,
8 red, and then there's 2 blue that are still active, correct?
3 blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we're showing a total driving skills score of 86 points, where we have 8 red in goal and 3 blue in goal.
Yep.
All right, fantastic. If we can go back to the, we'll show the overall skills ranking. In fact, this is going to be the final skills ranking for the entire Vex Minnesota December Skills Only Challenge here. And let's see, we're looking for the Blue Brains who just completed. Looks like you guys are going to end up in that number 4 spot with a combined score of 118, 27 in programming, and 91 in driving skills. That's a fantastic score for you guys. And with that, it looks like we are handing out 2 awards in here for robot skills. We have the first place skills champion is going to go to Colonel Bai, and the second place skills champion is going to go to the Frogs of Mankato. So let's go back to our Blue Brains here real quick and wish them well so we can get them back on camera for a little bit. And thank you kindly for participating in today's Vex Robotics December Remote Skills Challenge. It was a pleasure meeting you, and we wish you guys the best in your careers and in all of the Vex Robotics tournaments that you're able to compete in the next in the season here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care, guys. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Holy smoke. So we have finished. That is 11 teams. We started this live stream at 10 a.m. and it's now 3:30 p.m. That's 11 teams only. And so that's one bad part about this format is that it takes a long time, and we were moving like really quick. A half-hour session is not a lot of time.
True. I can't even imagine what we'll have to be creative on